Hey, Allie, thank you for your time. How would you describe the energy of practice today?
It was really good. I think everyone's just excited again to practice because it's been a while, and just to know that we have two good opportunities coming up here against Indiana. I think everyone's just excited to reset and get back on track.
I spoke to James Wade yesterday, and he talked about making some changes on the offensive end, simplifying things a little bit to help create more movement. Do you feel like that is going to help this offense kind of come together and reestablish itself as a better shooting team?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're just kind of zoning in on 3 or 4 different plays, and just making sure everybody knows them, and not having a huge playbook. So I think it's going to help just with moving the ball and not forgetting like certain details because we don't have too much to remember.
And then again for you, how are you feeling, and how much do you expect to play against Indiana in both of these games?
I'm feeling really good. I'm expected to not really have a minute restriction, so I'm ready to do whatever the team needs, and as long as my body's feeling good, just keep checking in with the trainer during the game, and just whatever the team needs.
Awesome. Thank you, Allie.
Thank you.
Next question from Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Chantel, please go ahead.
Allie, thanks for your time today. Kind of a scheduling question for you. This year with COVID, a lot of teams are playing back-to-back games against the same opponent. You guys will do it 6 times this year, starting with Indiana. You guys play next. That's not something that's super common in the WNBA schedule. I looked back, I think 2018, you guys did it 4 times. Last year you did it once. I don't know if you remember 2018 specifically. If you do, that's great. But is there a benefit of sort of being able to play the same team twice in a row, figuring out those middle day adjustments and then running it back right away?
Yeah, I didn't really think too much about it, but now that I am right now, it's I think kind of helpful if you have a couple practices before those 2 games. Everything can be just about that team. It could be, so this week everything could be about Indiana for us, and even the next day, the days in between games, so we don't have to just switch to another team right away. So I think it's kind of cool to just be able to focus and not have to just switch to another team.
Thanks.
No problem.
Next question from Eric Wilson with WKII.
Allie, as always, I appreciate your time. I just wanted to know, as you begin to kind of get back to your old ways, if you will, how has the continuity been with the team? And more importantly, how are you, being a leader on this team, able to just kind of re-implement yourself?
Yeah, after being here for so many years and having pretty much a similar core group and same plays, it's been easy, just that kind of adjustment. Like I said, I feel like it kind of has felt like a reset this week, kind of the first couple of days of a training camp, but not in like a bad way, whereas like you have so much to get through, but just that we're finally all here on the court together. So there's a good energy just to have that, just bodies on the court and be able to run through plays 5-on-5. So it's been good.
I appreciate it as always, Alice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question from Noah Wilkes, Beyond Women's Sports.
Hey, Allie, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just want to ask you, how's the hamstring feeling after a couple games and a couple practices now?
It feels really good. I don't feel the spot that I had the issue with, so I'm constantly like checking and making sure, like when I'm running, just being aware of my body, and I don't feel anything. So knock on wood, everything's feeling good.
And I just want to ask you, now that you're back to playing and coming off an injury, how's your timing with your shot and everything else? Do you feel like it's starting to come back now that you have played a few games with the team?
Yeah, for sure. I think I didn't shoot like great percentages the last 2 games, but I feel like they're all pretty good shots, and it's just going to take probably some more reps just to get used to that and confidence and whatnot. So I think I'll be good. I'll be ready to go and be knocking down shots more consistently.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Thank you, Allie.
Thank you, guys.
We'll have Dana Evans up next. Hey, Dana, thank you for joining us. We'll begin with No Books at Beyond Women's Sports. No, please go ahead.
Hey Dana, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How does it feel to get some practices down with the team finally?
It feels good getting a feel for everybody and finally able to practice and kind of understand the plays and the sets and how he coaches and how he wants things ran at the point guard position. And obviously learning from Vandersloot is something that I've been taking pride in, and just watching how she runs the team.
And what would you like to bring to this team to help this team?
I would just like to bring intensity, defensive pressure, pushing the ball, being able to have them trust me to give Vandersloot some breathers every now and then and just do what I can do, get to the basket and score, get easy looks for the shooters, get people in the right positions to score, and just play my game.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Dana Evans? All right, Dana, you're all set. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
James Wade will be up next. Coach Wade will be here shortly. Thank you for your patience. Hey, James, thank you for joining us. We'll begin with Annie Costable, the Chicago Sun-Times.
Hey, James, how are you?
I'm doing good, Annie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My first question, did you guys get to practice 5-on-5 today?
Yeah, I did.
And how did that go?
Went well, really well.
My second and last question is, it's been 2 weeks since the official made comments to Diamond DeShields in reference to yourself, and the league has not made any kind of statement or commented at all. And I saw today that this official will be back on the court tonight officiating in the Phoenix Mercury game. I just wonder if you have any information, or if you've been in conversations with the league, and did they tell you that this was a suspension and now he's back, or what can you say about that?
Well, the league told me that they were handling the situation, and I trust them. I feel like they, have everyone's best interest in heart. I don't know exactly what happened, but I trust them, and I've moved on, and our team has moved on. And I told that I've never had any bad run-ins with him up until that point, except for the times that he probably teched me up twice and I deserved it. But that was just a situation that was unfortunate, and hopefully, however they handled it, he was able to come back and redeem himself. I still haven't talked to him. I'm sure that we'll run into each other at some point down the line. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, I've moved on, and the league told me that they would handle it, and I just trust them.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next question from Eric Wilson with WKII.
Coach, as always, I appreciate your time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a thanks to Annie, because I was going to ask that exact same question. So let me direct my attention to, where the team is currently at, having the ability to kind of be not necessarily at 100%, but very close to it. You've made some changes to kind of get this team back on the right side of the win column, if you will. Just the mood, the energy, and you always say about being better today than you were yesterday. How does the team look?
I think we're looking good. I think we're on a uptick. What we try to do is, we just stay positive, have a good attitude. We've done some team building stuff, and I think the one thing about us is we understand this basketball season is like a constant reflection of life itself, and it's all about how you deal with adversity once real stuff comes. Us having this record is adversity as far as our basketball team, but it's not the adversity that people have in real life, and but this helps you get ready for it. And so if you can use this as a reference and bounce back from it, and we've seen teams do this before, we'll be fine. We're all confident in what we have as a group. We're all confident in each other. Right now, we just have to stay together. And I'm just looking forward to the next games, and we just have to win the next one. That's got to be our attitude from here on out. We have to win the next one.
Appreciate it as always. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, my man.
Next question from Noah Wilkes with Beyond Women's Sports. Noah, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach Wayne, how you doing? Feels good to see you smiling.
How about laughing? I appreciate it. Feels good not to lose a 2-possession game today, or 1-possession game today. That's what it feels good to do.
I just want to ask you an update on Candace and how her ankle responded to practice yesterday, and do you think she will be able to play tomorrow?
We feel so. We feel like she will. She was able to practice today, and so she looked pretty good. Of course, it's going to be a lot of timing and rhythm things that It probably take time, but she's Candace Parker. So hopefully she'll
Oh, I think you froze.
yeah, but it says my internet connection is unstable. But did you get what I said? I think she'll be there tomorrow.
Oh.
She looked good today.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. Thank you, Coach Wade.
Any additional questions for Coach James Wade? All right. Thank you very much, James. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks, guys.